We've gathered a few of our support coordination and recovery coaching trainers to share our thoughts on the past 10 years and our hopes and questions for the future.
So, the difference between good support coordination and great support coordination is that capacity building piece. And the reason why it's so important is because we know that participants who are active service recipients, so people who are able to self-direct, are actually less vulnerable. So for me, the thing that we cannot lose with the navigation role is capacity building.
Something else that I really don't want to lose is the amount of people who use their lived experience in their work as recovery coaches or as support coordinators. The introduction of the support coordination role has seen so many people using their lived experience to support others, and I really hope this is considered right from the outset with any new roles created.
One of the things that I found really interesting when I read the recommendations from last year's NDIS 10-year review was the suggestion that a navigator role might have a longer relationship with a participant in that perhaps they would actually work together way back at NDIS Access. And as someone who has worked in both the support coordination role and also supporting people with access, I really like the idea of there being a person who understands someone's journey from the beginning all the way potentially to funded supports. I think it could bring more understanding and empathy to the role.
One of the things we talk about in the support coordination workshops is that a good support coordinator can act as a bridge between the participant and the agency. The review found that some parts of that bridge work well, but some of the foundations are unstable. What we talk about in support coordination is to empower the participant to say, this is what I want and what I need, whereas an advocate says, this is what the person needs. So what I'm looking for in the new navigator role is the nuts and the bolts, so we can look to make this bridge stronger, to ensure that the participant comes first.
It's clear to me that we need a bridge that's a lot simpler to navigate. Right now, we have a system that's incredibly hard for even seasoned support coordinators to understand and to unpack. We have created a system where a lot of support coordinators, where they enter the scheme and they enter this profession, do not have the adequate supports around them to know how to effectively support the participants. Likewise, we also have a lot of participants that are really hungry to be more independent, but because we have such a complex system, it's really difficult for them to build that independence. It comes down to simple things like the budget, but it also comes down to other things like how to escalate matters and how to have accessible communication with the agency. So what I'm hoping for is a system that's going to be a lot simpler to navigate, and something where ideally even a support coordinator or navigator would not be needed as much as what we see now.
So that's what we've been thinking about at Team DSC, and we'd love you now to use the chat to let us know, as support coordinators and psychosocial recovery coaches, what do you think of the first 10 years of the NDIS in the roles, and also what are your hopes and thoughts for the future? Over to you.